Ahriman or Angra Mainyu isn't just a villain.
Man,
He's
that
the
is loud.
principle of untruth. He doesn't tempt you with chaos. He builds systems so sterile and orderly they suffocate spirit. He's not fire and madness, he's cold logic, automation, artificial control. The perfect bureaucracy, the dead machine. Esoteric thinkers like Rudolf Steiner believed Ahriman was real and preparing to incarnate, not as a beast, but as a rational genius, man of science, tech, and order, who offers humanity efficiency at the cost of inner life. The Ahriman doesn't erase your soul, he makes you forget you had one. Every time you nudge to distrust intuition, to obey the algorithm and to replace real connection with digital dopamine. That's his influence. Not flashy, but invasive and systematic.
This sounds a lot like what's going on right now. And we all know the elite, the powers that be, are into the occult and different pagan type gods, different types of gods that were worshipped in ancient times. Stay weird.
It's getting out of control in Mexico. What's happening in Mexico
Facts.
right now is way bigger than a simple protest. The whole country is fed up. As you can see, they fed up with the violence, with the corruption.
I don't blame them.
Nothing didn't change over the years. They tired of it. So what did they do? They marched right towards the National Palace. And that's when you see things got out of control. They ripping fences. You see tear gas. You see shit just getting crazy, fool. Y'all, and guess who was leading the chaos? They said it was Gen Z. But you had the older folks coming in too. They
I call cap.
we finna step up too. You even got people mad at the president right now because they said she do not fit the background of Mexico because they said she's Jewish. So you had people saying some crazy shit to her, even marking the walls with graffiti, fool. So y'all let me know. Are they finna overthrow the government? What do y'all think is finna happen now since this chaos just went on?
That's real? I don't know why I thought that one was AI. Like, and when I know that these owls get hella big, we just saw a video of an owl getting hella big. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Looks like he's ready to fly on his ass.
Breaking, shocking news that I'm a day late and $1 short for. Did you know, on 11/11, at 11/11, in Mexico and a couple other places, the freaking power went out. Like,
I may not be Aunt Han or
synchronistically,
Uncle
at the same
John's
time,
child by
Tijuana,
blood.
Zocalo,
They've treated me
come
like
on.
their own.
The freaking power
If
went
she's
out
kept the truth from me,
at 11/11/11.
she must have her reasons.
No explanation, and this
You
was
would
also
think
when
that
we
they
had
would
the
have their
weird
reasons.
lights in the sky that people were saying, of course, was Northern Lights, but other people were saying it was a certain type of frequency that they crank into the atmosphere to modify the weather. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All over Mexico, for some reason, they got hit with a grid down scenario, although it was brief. Now, many people are wondering, like, what are the odds of that? Why did that happen? Was it a test? Was it a trial? Was it a experiment? Like, what's the big idea? Why at 11/11/11 did everything shut down and flicker? Like, what the Sam damn is that? I would be hard pressed to say that's a coincidence. These are the timestamps, man. So something in this reality runs on code, if not the whole reality. And I'm wondering, how do you perceive this? Because last I heard, Mr. Schwabi there said,
He said,
if
Mr.
you think the
Schwabi.
pandemic was bad, wait until a cyber attack. So I don't know if this was like a glimpse into that,
Yeah.
or what. Also, you got Q talking about 3 days of darkness.
I mean, in all honesty, I remember that. We said, wait till the cyber attack. And everyone's like, cyber attack, what the hell? They know what's going to happen. There's a whole couple 100-year plan. So you know how we do we'll think, what are our 5-year, 10-year, 30-year goals and things like that. They think hundreds of years in advance. So with it, they already knew that COVID was going to happen. They already know about the cyber attack on America, allegedly. They already know about the World War III and how it's going to come to America. America is going to be the Germany of World War II. Correction, it's going to be the Germany of World War I. So I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I'm like, it's anybody in America, yo, hope you got your bug out bags. Like, true talk, no lie. I hope you have been learning how to live off grid, how to take care of yourself. I'm hoping that you were able to get yourselves into a position to where you have the space and resources. You're not living in an apartment to where you are very limited in the things that you can do. And shoot. Yeah, that's all I could do right there. May the odds forever be in your favor. But anyway, back to it.
I don't know, man. But this was freaking weird. Let me know if you experienced this. And then, of course, we had these red skies, which I never seen northern lights like that, man. Is this something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
What y'all think
Yeah,
that
let me know
is?
your thoughts
Was
in
it
the comments
them or was
below.
it something worse?
Oh, did you hear the theory behind 6-7? Oh, it's demonic. It's demonic. Yeah. The guy that made the song.
I know he died. 6-7. I just bit right on the highway.
He does Santeria. Skrilla, yeah. There's pictures of him like holding goat heads up. Yeah. Animals.
I'm a Santo. I do Palo. I sacrifice goats, chickens, mice.
Damn, this is like real witchcraft. Yeah, that has 6 in his, I think religion means
6 is Ogun in the song, and number 7 in Santeria represents Yemeya. He worships Ogun and Yemeya.
The theory is 6-7 is supposed to be something that we don't understand, but it conjures almost a spirit.
Why is it called 6-7?
That's just what my brain thought of when I was making the song. 6-7.
There's no like special meaning like behind it. It's just
Yeah, 6-7.
Another rapper made a song with 6 and 7. You know who it was? He's been known to like sacrifice. Yeah, bro. Joe Wayne. 6 foot, 7 foot, 6 foot.
Why they do that? That was the tune back in the day in high school. That was the shit. Like, yo, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. Yeah. Oh man. Look at that. History repeats itself. And I'm like, I hear everybody saying 6'7" these days, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Don't understand it. And then I gotta think about it. Now that you end up putting Lil Weezy on there, that was the song. 6 foot, 7 foot. I mean, even when it comes down to it, a lot of the beats that are being played in songs these days, they're pretty much the same beats from like hit songs back in the day. And it's equivalent to where they say that people are being cloned, celebrities being cloned, whatever, whoop-de-woo. If you liked them back then, if they were loved, you're going to love them again when they bring them back in the future. So it's like, yo, they're just recycling these meat suits. They are recycling, as some people like to say, the containers. It's crazy though. It's crazy. Like, what are your thoughts though? What's your thoughts?
Hey, I'm about to tell y'all something. So, I just had an old head moment. What that mean is in rap, where the older generation ain't so fond on the newer generation.
If he says what I just said, I'm gonna laugh. Let's see. Come on, Q. What you about to say, my guy? What you about to say?
Generation of music. So some people will look at that and be like, rappers even feel like that? Yeah, bro. There's OG rappers who don't like the new school rappers because the way the new school do it, it's not the same as the way the old school used to do it.
Yeah.
They're not. They don't. Sometimes the old heads don't feel like the OGs don't feel like the YNs is respecting the music. Or even just rapping, they're doing something totally different. They're just taking it to another level. That's all it is. It's growing. It's evolving. I just had one of those moments, and not that I like Skrilla, and it's not that I don't like his music. I haven't really got to his music, so I can't say I dislike it. And if he's gotten to this level, he has some type of talent. He creative in some manner, some shape, way, or form. I don't like when I see the kids pick up and just repeat something and don't know what they repeating.
That part.
Lee Daniels
So
says,
it got nothing to do with him as an
welcome
artist.
in.
He's
Tap
doing
in
what he
on
want to do.
YouTube,
He's
Ganley
creating.
Divine, like,
He has no
comment,
control
and
over how
follow the
people
channel for
react
deep
to his
thinking
stuff.
and
I
intellectual
just don't like seeing you
conversations in
do
a
that.
drama-free zone.
And to me, what I've seen is it's not even the youth from my hoods, places that I grew. It's places that's outside of that who's gravitating to it, who's pushing this. You get what I mean? That's the only thing I say is pissing me off with. They're repeating something and don't even know why they're repeating it. They're just trying to be cool about it. That's all it is.
I feel you there.
And that's what I don't like.
Respect.
That's what I don't like. They're repeating it. It's not because it's their way of life. They're repeating it because they want to be cool. They want to feel drawn. They like it, so they're repeating it, not even knowing why they're repeating it. That's the point I didn't like.
That evening, President Nixon shows up at Gleason's house alone without the Secret Service. Apparently, Nixon had a history of doing this, so it's not completely unprecedented.
Yeah. He said it's not.
And basically, Nixon talks to Gleason and says, you know that discussion we had on the 9th hole, Jackie? I think I can help you with that. So he loads, Gleason comes in the car, and then alone, Richard Nixon drives him to Homestead Air Force Base. They're at the far end of the base, and when they get into the facility, there's basically what is shown to Gleason is a number of vintage Coke freezers, Richard. So we're talking about 6 to 7 freezers, these vintage freezers, and they had glass tops on them. He also saw a number of storage bins with crash retrieval debris inside these storage bins. Some of these bodies were mangled. They looked childlike. Some of them looked like they were burned, like they were involved in a crash at the time.
Some bull.
When Jackie Gleason got back around 11:30 p.m., he was visibly shaken, according to his wife, Beverly McKittrick. He plopped himself down on the on his chair, and essentially he was never the same man again.
Okay, you guys. These Epstein files are out of control, so we're gonna break down everything we've seen thus far. Okay, first, let's start with Obama's former...
All right, I remember back in the day seeing some videos with this dude, but it seems like now I see a buku amount of stuff with him. I'm like, when did this man blow up? When did he take over everything? I'm like, I don't even be on social media like that, but every time I watch a video on YouTube, he's in the video. That shows you what my algorithm is. Judge me if you want to. Yet ye without sin cast the first stone. But yeah, I'm like, yo, what the world? I'm not going to be on here very long because I have some more things I need to do pertaining to this new moon cycle. Is today 22nd, yeah? Yeah, today's 22nd. I got some things I need to do, and I need to hold myself accountable. So, yo, anybody who is working on themselves and elevating during this new moon, yo, big up yourself. We got this. We got this. You guys stay consistent with it. Stay consistent with it. This cycle and elevation is going to be amazing, and with it, I'm not missing out. I have been doing everything that I need to do, and I recognize that there's a lot of individuals. Okay, Lily, I got you. Sorry, I got my plant named Lily. Yeah, y'all want to see her? You want to see Lily? That's Lily. This is Lily. Say hi, Lily. You gonna say hi? You gonna wave to them? All right, anywho. But yeah, that's Lily right there. That's my little spiritual protector. She lets me know when things is getting crazy, when things getting haywire. But yeah, definitely, this cycle is going to be. It's gonna be amazing. I mean, some people gonna feel it. Some people gonna feel it. Speaking of it, there are individuals who are talking about all those headaches and everything that was happening, headaches, sore throats, and sinuses, which happened to be everything that I felt over the last like week and a half, almost 2. Who was feeling that? They say that was ascension symptoms. I feel like that's borderline psychosis, but hey, back to the video.
Chief White House counsel Kathy Ruemiller and a very eerie, very suspicious email with her and Epstein. Now they're communicating back and forth in this email, but at the bottom of this email gets really
suspect. Suspect.
Weird. And I quote, She says, yes, I will be like the doctor at Lenox Hill, put that crazy in room 1, gunshot in surgery, and the cook, well, he can wait. You guys, remember Obama's chef who worked at the White House and who died at Obama's house? Could they be talking about him? Now, being that email was from 2014, saying the cook can wait, you mean like 9 years later wait, where he actually died in 2023?
Oh.
Yeah, that's suspicious. Gets even wilder though. So, we have an email from 2018 with Jeffrey Epstein and his brother, Mark Epstein, in which Mark is asking, buckle up, he says, does Putin still have the pictures of Trump blowing Bubba, aka Bill Clinton? Bro, what? Okay, even if this is even remotely true.
I remember briefly hearing about this. The best thing I could say is
you are gay. Why are you gay?
Cheese and bread. Trump. Like, if this is true, that means
you are gay.
And it makes a lot of sense on why nobody's been trying to put out the Epstein files and why we've had the new director of the FBI looking so fucking stressed out. Like, the things that I'm sure he knows.
All I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Oh,
yay.
All right, back to the video.
How relevant would this picture be that they found in Epstein's house of Bill Clinton in a blue dress, in which Monica Lewinsky was in a blue dress just like this when she blew him? This is giving way to the biggest blackmail ring of all time.
I can't. Nani? Like, what the?
But let's keep going. Now, if we weren't completely off the rails, this is gonna take us there because there's an email stating that he was into bioengineering and genetics, specifically black people.
Yeah.
And I quote, "You might be able to make blacks smarter by changing the time for the motor layer development and changing the time for other layers." Then he states their brains are slower at learning high-level concepts, in which he's giving way to slavery being that muscle switch. For slaves, we're faster, so we're stronger, jump higher. Then the white people were thinking all day, basically, and making them smarter under pressure over time. Now,
bullshit.
Not only to bioengineering and genetics,
BS.
he had his own office at Harvard called Jeffrey's office, but he had close ties to MIT, in which he had very close ties to this guy, Marvin Minsky, who was the co-founder of MIT's AI laboratories, and they call the father of AI. I mean, it really takes the guesswork out of why he was trafficking people besides blackmail. You wanted to experiment on people like a test lab rat. Now, this part totally makes sense, where the head morgue manager of Harvard pled guilty earlier this year for selling body parts online. Does anybody want to take a wild guess who he was working for? Epstein he was working for. Now, there's a whole lot more, so I'm going to do a part 2. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram. We're just getting started.
Okay, so everybody has had a loved one who's passed on. So everybody can understand that feeling of if your relative was sold. You get what I mean? So imagine if shit like this is brought out to the public. Imagine if it's gonna get deeper than just this, bro. Again, it goes back to who people have voted for, who people who put their time, energy, and faith into. Some people have literally lost friendships and jobs and careers and relationships with family over who they voted for. Like, this shit's real. This shit gets real, bro. This files will collapse everything. That's why it can't come out. It can't come out, bro. It's gonna be people mad.
It's got to, though.
At the fact that this shit is just like this. There's gonna be people who's mad at themselves, but instead of being accountable for their own mistake, they're gonna be taking it out on people who was talking shit towards them. Bro, this shit's gonna be crazy. That's why I said If this come out, I'm staying in the house, bro. I ain't going outside. That's all I know. If this shit come out, I'm staying in the house. I'm not going outside. I don't want to interact with nobody because it's going to be kind of weird. It's going to be weird.
Ashe. The Christian world has never been truthfully taught that the gods of the ancient masters were but symbols of nature and of cosmic agencies, powers, and processes. The symbols were employed to mislead the profane and to make more effective and comprehensive the instruction of the elect concerning the mysteries of life and cosmic spirit. Man has been on earth for millions of years and has always existed potentially. He has seen this old world make these grand cycles many times and has studied the effects and recorded the results. He concealed his discoveries and secrets from the profane in the signs of the zodiac and in the allegories of the Bible. In our stupidity, we read these ancient scriptures literally and get from them little but false suggestions and misleading impressions, exactly as was intended by the masters who wrote them. The occult esoteric understanding of knowledge of self. These scriptures are not the stories of men, women, kings, queens, cities, geographical, historical, etc. None of them are dated, as that would serve no useful purpose. For these writings are in the form of fables, parables, allegories, and symbols, dealing not with gods and saviors, not with systems of religion and forms of superstition, but with the psychological, physiological, anatomical, chemical, and astrological aspects of the human organism and its animating principle. The subjects of these scriptures are man's creation, his fall, physical birth, his salvation, spiritual birth, and his future life. The Uros, Burrows, the alchemical triangle, salt, sulfur, mercury. Ashe, peace and chaos to the primordial soul. Keep seeking truth.
What's up, guys? This is a trigger warning ahead of what you're about to see. All right, so watch.
This will start out too.
I remember seeing this video for the first time. Well, it wasn't this video, but I remember this individual when he first got that and he was doing all that stuff.
No, I'm sorry.
So there are a couple of things happening in this clip, and let me give you a background on this guy. His name is James Harlan. He's from the Las Vegas, Nevada area. James recovered this tube-shaped or pill-shaped UAP.
I bet you there's some girls on OnlyFans who are wishing they had that. They're like, oh my God, an extraterrestrial dildo. They're like, this orgasm is going to be out of this world. Pun intended.
It's got similar carvings in it, kind of like the Boogosphere. James had been doing tests on this object for the better part of 2 months, and about 19 hours ago, he potentially has been unalived by this object. There haven't been any posts. This was found on his YouTube channel where he had been documenting his tests, putting water on it. He would put an AM radio next to it and it gave off pulses. When he first recovered it, he saw it flying around in the Nevada desert near Las Vegas.
Flying around?
It crashed. He went to pick it up. It burned him to the touch. He said it also vibrated. He took it with him home. He said it would make him feel super ill. I'll do a series on
That's
this.
called radiation.
This just happened about 20 hours ago.
Did he lose his teeth?
Well, first of all,
did he get boils on his skin? Rashes?
When you hear what's happening, it doesn't sound okay at all. So yes, we're gonna stay on top of this. Hit that like, hit that follow. We hope James is all right.
You
this is
are
very,
not
very,
the smartest.
Fascinating.
If y'all didn't notice, I had to trim some of that up because I didn't know if that was what was happening, is if he was being unalived. I didn't know. Trying to fit YouTube's guidelines. Prayers to this man if he's not, and anything that went wrong. Prayers to him and his family. Shit crazy.
Do he got family?
Get back to this girl, there are things I don't believe in. But right now, there's nothing I don't believe in. Impossibility is nothing. Now, when I rewatched this video after my wife recorded it and showed me, I saw a lot of things in this video. A lot of things I have never seen before. Now, when you realize that these beds, the bed was even like, it was not moving, it stayed there. But she did not touch it directly. She used one hand and put in her mouth like she's talking. And when she talks, she touched the bed and put back the hand in the mouth and talk again and touch this bed again before the bed comes to life and the bed leaves.
Yo, see, today I was working with children. I was working with children. We was doing something for all the kids today. And God, I love children. Just the innocence, the innocence with them. And I mean, they don't do anything out of spite, trying to hurt somebody's feelings. They're just curious. They're curious and they're constantly wanting to learn. They learn from their environment. And the things that they do, they are so tapped in. And it bothers me when the parents, I'm going to say this, parents, y'all think y'all know everything, but y'all don't understand half of anything. Because kids don't even know how to explain the things that they're doing based off of the languages that we are forced to learn and understand. Honestly, we don't even understand the languages that we are forced to speak and write. We don't understand the true meaning behind those. And children, they know things. They're so tapped into wherever they came from. They just know how to do things. And as they get older and put into this slave mentality, into this worlds that individuals who want to keep everybody in shackles has created, and now everybody has to start to conform to what is normal rather than what is right. They start to get out of tune of the normal, or they start to get out of tune of themselves. We all started to get out of tune of ourselves. Now, this is me going into my video diary. We've gotten so out of tune with ourselves that if we attempt to go back to ourselves, it feels wrong. It feels wrong to be ourselves because ourselves doesn't fit into society due to the fact that society wants us to be normal is working a job or doing something that brings in some type of income. Now, granted, yes, we need some type of income, but if we were to roll back into the bartering system, what is your worth and how can your worth benefit others? That right there is something that you can barter with. What is this? What is something that you do that can help others? That right there is how you would be able to get other things that you might not be able to get, grow, or procure yourself. But instead, we have gotten into this Federal Reserve notes debt society. When are we going to collectively remove ourselves from this slavery by another name? Now, granted, there's quite a few individuals who are removing themselves and are like, look, I don't need this. I know what I'm worth. I know what my time is worth. Time is an illusion, by the way. I said it. They're doing what makes them happy, and they found a way to barter their skill set. So I want you to ask yourself, what is your skill set? This is me asking myself as well. What is your skill set? How can you market that to get things from other individuals while helping them help you? What is a service that you can provide? Whether that's growing, farming, protection, teaching. What service can you provide to someone else that has something or can provide something to you that you need? That right there is the system that I feel we are supposed to be on this planet. not chasing a dollar for everybody else to get rich who is above you. It's not supposed to be like that. You do the most and get the least, while those who do really nothing get the most. It's not supposed to be like that. We are human beings. We're supposed to be being in a human existence. We're not supposed to be human doers, doing what they consider is a human life. We need to reevaluate what's going on right now. We need to reevaluate reality. Because this is not reality. This is not reality. I mean, yes, some people are saying that this is reality. This is not reality. This is something that we can escape. We're stuck in something we're deeming as reality, but this is not how it truly is. This is not. I refuse to believe that this is how it's supposed to be. And I know this is not how it's supposed to be. How do I know? Because I've seen different. I have seen different. And for all those individuals who are still in America, y'all need to travel and get out while y'all can so y'all can experience different as well. This is not reality. This is not how we're supposed to. I can't even call this living. This is surviving in America. It's surviving. You're not supposed to be surviving. They have found a way to make it to where everyone is in survival mode. I mean, I'm seeing videos constantly. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to end up covering that later on tonight. I have seen videos where individuals are talking about they're making the most money they've ever made in their life, and they are living paycheck to paycheck. They are struggling. Now, granted, budgeting and all that comes into play, but dude, I just went to the store today and spent about $90-something, pretty much like $100 on just snacks for a fucking game night. Nigga, what? $100 for some snacks for a game night. Which honestly, most of those snacks probably going to end up being for the kids, but I got some stuff. And I was just like, bruh, groceries comes out to like $300-400, and that's in a week. Now I'm blessed to be able to afford this stuff and do what I need to do, but thinking about today and how I was doing community service and helping out with this event for appreciation for the children, feeding the children, we fed over 1,500 people. And I was so happy to see the smiles on their faces, but it made me think as well, how many of those parents or even of those children do not get meals on the daily, on the regular, cannot eat like that daily? It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And I mean, granted, I'm not like rich or anything, but I still love to. I always give back. I've always been that individual to where it's like, okay, you ain't got it. I got you. Even if it's my last to give. Especially when it comes to children. Children are our future. I definitely got to give a shout out to Raymond V. Charles for putting that event together. Big up yourself, bro. Much love and appreciate it. Had no idea you were as big as you are. I got to give a shout out to Taste and See, Soul Food down in Columbia. Definitely go check them out. I got to give a shout out to, what is it? Barbie Sugar Bar LLC, Ice Cream Man, and what was the other one? I think it's Supreme Pours. Supreme Pours. Oh, and of course, Metro Smokehouse. Big up. Y'all held it down. Y'all did amazing today. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for putting that event together and doing everything that y'all did. I greatly appreciate you. And for anybody who ends up seeing this, definitely go check them out. That's Metro Smokehouse. They do some barbecues all throughout South Carolina every weekend. And I know for a fact that tomorrow they're doing turkey giveaways, and I think they're doing something on Monday as well. Taste and See down in Columbia, 6820 North Main Street, Columbia, South Carolina. Some bomb food, I'm telling you right now. That macaroni and cheese, I was about ready to take the pans and scrape the sides of it just to get the crust. Oh, that is the best part. If you know, you know. Closest to macaroni pie I can get. Barbie, Barbie Sugar Bar LLC. Man, they had some deep fried Oreos. I didn't try it. I don't do like deep fried foods and stuff like that. I'm fasting right now, but the way that everybody was going over there was mad respect. They had a line throughout the whole thing, and this whole event was free. Kids eat free. We was there for the kids. Like, you came with your kids. The kids was eating. I mean, of course, the parents got some too, but it was mostly for the children. You feel me? And then Supreme Pours, man, they had some bomb juices. It looked delicious. I was working. Anybody who knows me, when I get into work mode, I'm working. I'm boom, 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 boom. I'm doing what needs to do. What you got? What we need to do? All right, cool. Planning, making sure that everything is running smooth. We was on it. And then with it, the ice cream man, yo, that man came out there with his truck. He was passing out ice cream, and it worked out great, too, because it was like 70-some degrees. So, yo, big up yourself, ice cream man. Much love and appreciated. You held that down. You loaded all the children up with sugar and sent them with their parents. You fuck up for that, but, yo, you kept everybody cool. Especially Supreme Pours. Big up yourself. Now, with it, Raymond V. Charles and Judge, y'all put an amazing event together. I'm gonna have to put some videos. I took some videos while I was out there. I'm gonna have to put those videos up in here. But yo, there was so much love and appreciation in the air just walking around. I thank everybody for coming out. Y'all were amazing. And with it, I still got training that I'm doing, so y'all can end up. I just started another channel, Road to Pro. I'll start posting the links up so y'all can see that as I'm on my journey of going professional and fighting for Muay Thai. I'm just going to do professional Muay Thai fights. So you'll be able to see the training, the weight cuts, the eating regimens, the discipline it takes to actually be a fighter. And of course, when I'm with the family, I'll be doing vlogs and everything for Indie Family. And that ties in with the business, the Indie Family LLC, where everything you need is Indie Family. For anybody who is looking for mental health, my father-in-law, he actually finally, I'm gonna talk shit about him real quick, finally started his private practice on mental health. And it's a melanated individual serving the melanated community, because the things that we go through are not like the normal individuals. The DSM-5 does not cover, it's literally whitewash. No offense to all you Caucasian people, but a lot of things that y'all have gone through are different than the things that we go through when you look like, So y'all PTSD is more along the lines of your mother tried giving you raisins when you were young, compared to the things that we had to deal with and go through on a day-to-day basis, you know? I'm going to go ahead and tag him and put his link up in, and I'm going to start doing that on all episodes as well. With it, he serves the community. So if you don't have health insurance and all that stuff, and you decide to get out of that stigma of, oh, black people don't go to mental health, we don't need therapy. When you decide to get out of that and you want to see somebody, he does have some slots that are available for free. You don't have to come out of pocket. You can get the help that you deserve and that you need, as well as want. As long as you put in that work, you can heal and do better. But let me go ahead and finish out this video before the wife come home and we got to start doing the game night, adult game night. Which reminds me, I got to go put her drinks in the fridge. I'll be right back.
Seeking. You know, life is so spiritual that people say, don't post video, don't. If you see the things I see on a daily basis since I gave birth to this girl, are you sure you are not going to post it? Life, seriously, a lot of things doesn't make sense, but a lot of things make sense.
Talked about Michelle Lamy, so now it is time to finally talk about Marina Abramovich. And let me just say, I am a huge fan of Marina's work, and I thought that this video was going to be super easy to make and that I knew a lot about her. But as I started to research, it turns out that this is a giant rabbit hole, so let's jump right in. Marina Abramovich was born in 1946 in Belgrade, and if you're not familiar with her, she is the most shocking and impressive performance artist that the world has ever seen. So before we start to get into the conspiracy, let's talk about what makes her so shocking. Marina's most notable performance was called Rhythm Zero, and she performed this in 1974 in Naples. Marina laid out a table full of 72 objects. Some of the objects were nice things. They were food and water and stuff like a rose or maybe a jacket or a scarf. But the other stuff on the table were all things that could be considered weapons or harmful in some way. She then gave her audience 6 hours to choose whatever they wanted from that table and use it on her however they choose. Marina has said in interviews that when this performance first started, people were really nice to her. They gave her food, they gave her water, somebody even handed her a rose, which you can see in the photograph behind me. But quickly, things started to take a very dark turn. Things escalated to the point that somebody took a weapon off of the table, loaded it, and held it at Marina's temple. Held it point blank to her head until another audience member had to intervene. And I think the most insane part of this was that when she was done and the 6 hours had passed, she had walked right into the audience and attempted to look every single person in the eye. She has gone on to say that when she attempted to do this, not a single person would look her back in the eye because they just couldn't handle what they did to this innocent woman. So I'm just so fascinated by Rhythm Zero because I think it is one of the bravest and insane social experiments to ever happen. But now, let's talk about where the conspiracy about Marina Abramovich really starts. In 1997, Marina went to Rome to perform something that she called spirit cooking. Now, when audience members arrived, they found her in a completely white room. She then began to paint the walls with what she called enigmatically violent recipe instructions. And she didn't use paint for this. Instead of using paint, she used this stuff. And I'm just going to put it here because I can't say it. Now, this spirit cooking performance was later evolved into a dinner party that she held. And this is where things start to get a little complicated, so stick with me here. I don't know if you guys remember a guy named John Podesta, but he was a chairman for the Hillary Clinton campaign. As we all know, that was a very controversial campaign. And it turns out that John Podesta had a brother named Tony Podesta. Now, Marina was very well known for doing something called a Kickstarter campaign. This is where people who were fans of her work would donate a specific amount of money and receive specific perks. One of the perks for this specific campaign was to attend a spirit cooking dinner with Marina. And Tony Podesta donated money at that level, so that was one of the rewards that he received. He then sent an email to his brother John inviting him to go to the spirit cooking dinner. When these emails were released to the public, John never answered Tony about this invitation, and it's still not known if Tony actually attended this party or not, but he definitely was invited. So that's when the conspiracy started. The internet went wild, talking about her and this invitation that she sent to Tony Podesta. Because Marina is also known for being very close to a bunch of other A-list celebrities. Very much like Michelle Lamy, who she is also very close with. So just like Michelle Lamy, this sparked another huge conspiracy on the internet. Everybody and their mother was trying to figure out if Marina Abramovich was this high priestess in Hollywood, or this Satanist and this witch, or if she was just in with all these celebrities because they truly appreciated her art. And there are tons of celebrities that Marina is involved with and affiliated with. People like Mila Jovovich, John Legend, Joaquin Phoenix.
Hold up. Does anybody else not see the upside down cross on her chest right now? And she's dressed like a priest. Another Hollywood high priestess. The cross is upside down. You think we stupid? You know what?
And even Jared Leto. But in my opinion, I think one of the most important is her relationship with Lady Gaga. And before I say this, let me say that I am also a huge fan of Lady Gaga. But a video was released a few years ago of Lady Gaga practicing what is called the Abramovich method. Now, this video is wild, so I definitely cannot post it here, but if you're curious, you can feel free to look it up on YouTube. but I'm not outright suggesting that you do so. I've seen the video, and it is pretty crazy. It shows things like her completely stripping down and walking
Lee
through
Daniels
the woods.
says, "Where is my wife?"
Just screaming, and then at one point she has on this weird blindfold with these big spikes where her eyes would be. Yeah, I don't know. So that's apparently the Abramovich method, but I will say that the video is very uncomfortable, it's very eerie, it's a little disturbing, it's just a very unsettling piece of footage. So I'm not saying to go look it up, but if you are curious, it is on YouTube. But that's the conspiracy of Marina Abramovich in a nutshell, because honestly, there is so much to it that I could probably do a full-length hour-and-a-half YouTube video on it. So what do you guys think?
She said a full-length hour and a half?
Do you think she is this high priestess in the Hollywood industry? Do you think she is a Satanist or a witch? Or do you think she's just a really smart artist?
Damn.
Because I haven't made up my mind yet, but I will say.
Low-key a little mad. Just realized that this is not recording, so I'm not going to be able to edit it and post it later. So if you got the live, big up yourself. If you didn't, in my next video, I'll put all the awesome stuff that I did in there. Ha 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 ha. But yo, thank you for the follow, Sophie Roy. Thank you again. Oh wait. Okay, somebody actually bought some merchandise. Yo, big up yourself, D. Thank you for the follow, Amelia John. And thank you for the follow, X-Kid Fragger. Much love and appreciate it.
That if it turns out that she is just a really good artist and she's not doing anything horrible or bad, this woman is a marketing genius. She makes all these pieces of performance art that she knows is very dark and grotesque and disturbing and ritualistic. And by doing this and being so close to these A-list celebrities, she knew that people were going to talk and people were going to start with these conspiracy theories saying, oh, she's a witch, oh, she's a high priestess. So if it turns out that she's not, she's got to be one of the best marketing geniuses in the world. So please, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think that she is this crazy high priestess and this witch and this Satanist? Or
quick question. Does anybody see what her TikTok name is? Satanic_Hispanic 666. She did well on that. She did really well on that. She knew what she was doing. She was like, ooh. Ooh. Big up. See, I can't do stuff like that. I'm not about clickbait. I'm like, look, I'm the type of individual to where when you come into my presence or you come into my energy, you either hate me or you like me. I don't want to say love because love is a very strong word. And I mean, a lot of people don't even really understand what love is. Well, that's neither here nor there. We ain't talking about that right now. I ooze love. People come around me and be like, dang, there's something different about you. I'm like, different about me? I don't even know who you are. They're like, I mean, like, there's something different about you. Like, everybody else, you can look at them and see them and all that, but there's something different about you. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and raise this aura real quick. So, but I mean, and it's funny because a lot of individuals who, this ain't about me, but there are individuals out there who cannot do and cannot be genuine like you, so they're going to try and distort the way that other people see you, often by projecting the things that they do and say that you do it. So yeah, be mindful of it. I mean, I'm noticing that there are a lot more people out in the world and a lot more people who are standing up and calling BS out. So I respect y'all because my entire life I've been like that. And all it really ever did was get me in trouble because I'm always usually the only one saying something, only one doing something. And now there's more people saying stuff and doing stuff. And now I no longer feel alone. So I appreciate that. There's more people who are willing to stand up for what is right and call out the lies. So, yo, big up all my work. Much love and appreciate it. Y'all are the reason why I keep on going, why I have this channel. And I got a couple other channels as well. But yo, y'all are amazing. I mean, I love the fact that due to y'all coming on and being y'all selves, it helps me to be myself. And now I'm at the point to where I can go anywhere and I'm being myself. Excuse me, just like how I was when I was younger. I don't care what nobody think about me. I'm not doing anything to you to hurt your feelings or hurt you in any type of way. So if you getting mad at me for the love that I'm putting out there, that's a you problem, not a me problem. So or as I like to say. But nah, true talking no lie. Big up.
You think she's just fantastic at performance art and marketing herself. And if you are still here, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm still really dumbfounded by the fact that I'm almost at 90K followers. I don't know what I did to deserve that or what I did to gain that following, but if you're still here, I just want you to know how much it means that you stayed the entire time and how much I appreciate you watching this video. And if you follow me, thank you for doing so.
We are in the age of
and
information.
If you don't know me, hi, I'm Frankie. I make content on all things horror, paranormal, and true crime. So if you're into that, make sure to follow. And if you're into conspiracies, I guess you should follow too, because I guess I'm doing that now. But if you enjoyed this video and you found it informative, please feel free to like it, comment, share it with all your friends. It really helps me so I can continue to make this content. But that is the story of Marina Abramovich, and that's all I have for you guys.
Yo, somebody's been lying, but we're about to get to the bottom of it.
Wait, what?
Right? We're going to talk about the Mongol invasion. Shit is deep. Look, from the time that he has kept this object in view, and such has been the success of his further inquiries, that he now ventures confidently.
Ooh, stay to the end. I had a crazy dream last night. I want to share that.
Countries in America were conquered by the Mongols and accompanied with elephants in the 13th century. So that would be a perfect explanation to why these indigenous people in this photo are fighting this elephant right here. Am I right? Barbarous
Could be.
et Baris, Coant Sertamine Diro. The barbarian and the elephant meet in a ferocious battle. Alright? The elephant is enormous as America nourishes him with its richness. Alright? We know America was rich with crops. And if America was conquered by the Mongolians, this would also make a lot more sense. Alright, look, this is Venezuela, aka Perea, alright? These people, both men and women, go stark naked, not so much as covering their pudenda, alright? Their complexion, swarthy, alright? One may judge them to be derived from Tartary, okay?
Tartary.
Watch this.
How truly evil Genghis Khan was to have said, "The greatest happiness is to scatter your enemy and drive him before you, to see his cities reduced to ashes, to see those who love him shrouded and in tears, and to gather to your bosom his wives and daughters. I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. The strength of a wall is neither greater nor less than the courage of the men who defend it. All who surrender will be spared. Whoever does not surrender but opposes with struggle and dissension shall be annihilated. Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. Even when a friend does something you do not like, he continues to be your friend. I hate luxury. I exercise moderation. It will be easy to forget your vision and purpose when you have fine clothes, fast horses, and beautiful women. In which case, you will be no better than a slave, and you will surely lose everything.
So in that last video, it said to gather to your bosom his wives and daughters, right? So that would make sense as to why you had the complexion swarthy, but they also look like they derive from Tartary, right? That's the melanated Asiatic. Peace and love, y'all. I don't know about you, but if you ask me.
Shout out to Rashad Poet again. My guy. Run him up. Tell him I sent you. I was muted once upon a time when I went to, again, I talked about this. I was told by my relatives, my OGs, like my great grandmother, that we descended from the Mongolians, from Tartaria. I told y'all that. And whether people can agree, whether people get...
This is why it's important to know your history. they have done a really good. I can only speak on America right now. They've done really good in making sure that we stay disconnected from our elders. Our elders need to pass on that history because history repeats itself. And if you don't know history, you're going to allow it to repeat. So if you don't know what has happened, that's how it's going to happen again. But chances are they're going to add a little extra flavor in on there, extra little pinch of salt, some Himalayan sea salt. You know, the fuckers ain't got no seasoning. Anywho. So we need to get connected with our elders again. We need to bring back community. We need to bring back the family. Like I know in my household, I told everybody in my house, I was like, look, on Saturdays, we doing family dinners. I was like, we need to sit down and we need to have conversations because the things that people are going through, if nobody's talking to them, I'm like, you're never going to know. Plus, at the same time, the way that I was brought up is we have open, honest, transparent communication. I had to throw that in there, transparent. Now, with it, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I communicate. Okay, but do you have transparency? Do you willfully volunteer the information, or do you wait till somebody asks you something specifically for you to actually say something? No, that right there is pretty much lying because you're withholding information unless it's asked for. But if nobody knows anything that's going on, nobody knows what to ask, which means the information is never going to be received to them. They're never going to receive the information. It's never going to be volunteered. So with that, I'm like, I told my house, I was like, every Sunday we having family dinner. I was like, are we going to talk? Because there's no reason that we should be having secrets and all that stuff in the household, you know. I was like, we all are very capable, very educated, very knowledgeable individuals. I was like, we tell my wife all the time, where you are weak, I am strong. Where I am weak, you are strong. I was like, that's yin and yang. So anytime that I'm hurting, I already know that you can cover it, and vice versa. However, I'm not going to know anything if you don't say anything. I mean, yes, I can feel energy. Yes, I can read body language. And yes, I know what it looks like when certain people in my house are feeling a type of way. Now, if they're willing to speak on it or volunteer that information, dope. But at the same time, I'm going to have to ask. And when I ask, let me give you an example. My mother-in-law, she's the type of individual to where if you don't ask the specific question, you're going to get an answer. So whatever question you ask, you'll get an answer to that. But if it's a specific question, you're not going to get the correct answer. However, it's difficult to do because she does not volunteer information. She doesn't have that transparency. She doesn't let you know. So you need to act. You need to talk with her, get to understand some information, and then start asking questions based off of that. So that way you can get more. In all honesty, talking to her is like a fucking interrogation. It's mad annoying. Majority of the time, reason why I don't talk to her like that. Because it's like pulling teeth, and I'm not a fucking dentist. But yes, in my family, like my side of the family, where I born and grew, we tell you, we're very transparent. We ain't got nothing to hide. Because we move in love. We're not there trying to deceive anybody. We're not there trying to hurt anybody. There's no reason for us to hold anything from you because we know that everything that we're doing is to better ourselves or better others. Just saying. Anyway, Q, what you got?
You can disagree whether you got another. That's your opinion. I know what I was told growing up, and I know how firm my great grandmother was like pushing it. Like, you better not ever forget this, and she was like on my ass about it. Like, you better not ever forget this. I don't know. I feel like energy don't lie. And when somebody like, you can feel their energy, they're not telling you no lies. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, though. Let me know y'all thoughts.
Even through this.
Give me a second. I gotta call somebody for their birthday real quick. Let me see if she answers. Hellos. How you doing? Is this the phone number of Shelly?
This is.
Oh, okay. Where do you want us to deliver the birthday strippers?
That's going to be to my address tomorrow. But currently I am at the bar having food with my mother.
Oh, okay. Is she going to be partaking in the Dancing Bear festivities?
No, she's not a
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so should we just give her a bouquet of chocolate bananas?
I'll ask her.
Oh.
She's diabetic. Chocolate's normally a bad idea too.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, sounds good. Later. Yeah, I'm that friend. So if y'all ever contact me and we become friends, I do stuff like that. I put you on the spot, not like in a bad way, as you see, but yes, I'm the type that loves to smile and all that, So.
Or something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know.
Sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch. That's
Looks like somebody's got OCD. What's up with her eyes, though?
I know y'all saw the clip of her attacking the person who then got too close to Ariana Grande.
What?
I know y'all saw that, bro. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you what to believe.
All right, y'all. I need to jump off because shit's about to get real, like in a good way. I probably will end up live streaming shortly when I do the game night with the wife and a couple of her friends, I guess. I don't really deal with people like that. So yeah. Anywho, I'll probably put that on the vlog channel. So much love and respect. I'll finish this video. How much time we got left? We got like 10 minutes left on this. Fuck it, let's do it. I ain't no quitter.
I'm just here to open up your eyes a little bit. Y'all ever notice how sometimes the things they show you ain't really the things they want?